Hello. Celebrity idolization has gone way too far. You have to understand that whatever you see on TV, most likely on your phone screen, is polished to the extreme. Famous people behave in a way to appeal to the broadest audience possible. What you see is not a real human being, it is a picture of niceness and political correctness, because as soon as they stop doing that, they will be thrown away. To put a number on it, I would confidently say that 99% of celebrities are, if not bad, then at least not really good people. Just think about it logically. As a rule, you don't become a star unless you try. And to even want to be a star, to bathe in people's admiration, you must have a bigger ego. Because you feel like you deserve to be recognized and loved. You feel like you have some qualities that are superior. And once you get this fame and this attention, your whole living and usually self-worth become determined by your popularity. And when your clout goes down, so does your self-esteem. Now let me tell you how I stopped being a fan. As a child, I was quite religious, and at one point my mother mentioned that in the Bible somewhere it says that you should not be a fan of anybody, that you cannot idolize other people. You shall not make for yourselves idols, nor shall you set up for yourselves an image or a sacred pillar, nor shall you place a figured stone in your land to bow down to it, for I am the Lord your God. Looking back, of course, I didn't stop admiring some celebrities, but it was at this point where I stopped calling myself a fan of anybody and calling somebody else my idol. And I did indeed grow cold and more aware about blindly worshipping people. Then, as the time went on, although I still wasn't a fan, I was emerging into pop culture more and more. Therefore, I started discovering some figures who were interesting and appealing to me. So, despite rejecting the title, I was in spirit a fan or a fanboy. I was and still am into music, especially hip hop, video games, comic books, etc. How my fanboying showed itself is I thought that some people in those spheres were the coolest, and I was certain that it would be awesome to be friends with them and hang out with them someday. Now I'm going to focus on musical artists because that's where the connection between art and persona is most obvious. I started noticing that people whose music and public image I really liked were not as perfect as they may seem. I think I started analyzing some of their statements or just minor facial expressions. And one after another, I started realizing that I didn't agree with some of them. Some of the things that they were saying or claiming didn't sit well with me. For example, I remember some rappers saying something within the lines, you show no love, you are not supporting me, I have the fakest fans, you betrayed me. And I thought to myself, how dare they be so entitled? You basically sell me a product for which I'm paying. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of the bad news, but the newest product of yours is garbage. I don't get paid to listen to your music. You get paid to make it for me to listen to. And you have failed. How could I betray you if I am just a part of your audience, of your fan base? You don't know my name. You don't know any of us personally. You just see your numbers declining and you think that people are obliged to listen. Then I started noticing this entitlement in others, and not just to their fans, but to other public figures or to just random strangers, alongside with pretentiousness, hunger for fame, pride, and so on and so forth. It also dawned on me that many famous people do drugs, and I try to avoid such because they pose threat, especially considering American gun policies. God bless America. Now let's get to the most interesting part. The final nail in the coffin of me having favorite artists. I was an appreciator of male rappers' music, and I started noticing how thirsty many of them are. It also dawned on me that they like women as much as the next guy, and I also started taking notice of how their girlfriends look. And in my humble opinion, the girls who I talk to are more beautiful than those rappers' partners. Now, riddle me this. I'm a fan of a rapper. I play his music. I post something about him every other day. On my story, I tag him or I play his music. And my girlfriend or my love interest watches my stories, my publications, and she thinks to herself, okay, Yegor is cool, and if Yegor is cool and he is absolutely riding this rapper, and I'm not talking Lil Nas X, then logically this rapper is even cooler than Yegor. So now, if this rapper somehow comes across my lady, who is more attractive than his lady, him lady, I would think that he will naturally desire her. And me lady knows that I'm riding this dude like a daredevil. Yeah! And she thinks to herself, why would I be with the beta if I can just be with the alpha? And here goes my favorite rapper and my favorite girl. Just a perfect match, isn't it? Haven't they been made for each other? And here I am, left alone, crying myself to sleep, listening to his newest release with hormones on the ad-libs. That is why I don't have a favorite rapper, athlete, actor. Who's your favorite rapper? Me. Who's your favorite basketball player? I am. Who's your favorite actor? Myself. So whenever talking to a celebrity, I will not accept them looking down on me. I am 6'9", I'm just not used to this. So whenever we converse, you can either treat me as an equal or you will have to look up to me. Those are the only two acceptable options. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like to this video if you love me. Follow me everywhere at iGroove. And subscribe to this channel only if you love me. Once again, bye bye. I'll see you in another video.